seriously, I hold the seat of perception. So I'm presidentially free as the most high elite. When life is so sweet, so constantly blinking to the eye, the illumined eye, illusion and die off the street. Say I'm still at peace. Uphold one illuminates crystalline, so sharp and clean as Morris Assassin's Creed. Got me moving through the shadows and shades of triple darkness, leaving masterpieces for many adepts to practice. Writing and speaking spells out the source for orders, causing an effect on elements. Pursue the language of suggestion. I'm becoming armed like a arm head lethal weapon. Arm like a arm head lethal weapon. Generator, operator, destroy of dimensions. Generator, operator, destroy of dimensions. It's serious.
Are you human or you God? Ask yourself that question. John 10:34. Here is a suggestion. Are you human or you God? Ask yourself that question. John 10:34. Here is a suggestion. Calculating high frequency will be infinite process. Darkness is what I express. Spreading more, never be less. Cold knowledge is by expressing depth. I love you, I'm watching progress. She absorbed with every single lesson. Cause I don't know how much time I have. Now my spirit is constantly not at rest. Serving the food like I'm a dope chef. Smoking so much loud, I feel yeah, I'm on a big nigga. That's what my mind love. She tells me she feels good when I bust. I tell her there's no need to fuss. We can go forever. We're not in a rush. Because if you let go, that means you have a weak mind. Not a weak soul. Faith taught me I can cheat my goals. Related energy is more powerful than a fossil fuel coal. Rhymes are more mystical and complex than the SCNs. Love the Dead Sea Scrolls. Amun. Are you human or you God? Ask yourself the question. John 10:34. Here is a suggestion. Are you human or you God? Ask yourself the question. John 10:34. Here is a suggestion. Living a good life for eternity, while more souls trying hoping for currency. There's an urgency to see physicality, cause it's actually affect me. Infinity, full of frequency, living as the edge, infinity, spirit full of prosperity. Apparently, speaking the truth can cause a felony. That's why I have faith in the Most High to protect me from my enemies. If you're not ready for the revolution, step to the side. I take these bullets. Fucking real enemy. You're done now. Let us silence. Because we are we are sick and tired. We are sick and tired of playing the game. This game has ended. It's game over. It is game over.
You get through them gates there, bro. Get through them gates and change the world, mate.
We have to change the world. You have to make the difference. You get me? The change comes from within. It's that time now. They're finished. They're illusion. They don't exist. They're not real. Why are we still giving them energy? You follow that? We need to quit their game and destroy the evil and wickedness right on this street. You follow that? At any means necessary. Whether it be through the power of music, the power of chant, the power of revolution, etc., etc. Like I see up there, Ukraine flag. I don't see my Sudanese flag, but the UK destroyed, but came into Sudan and looted, took the gold, took the silver, took the resources, colonized a planet, colonized a country. And now they're in a crisis because of what you did with the irreversible damage. And you don't want to help them because you are systematic and institutionalized racists in that building right now. And none of you can challenge high priest of one hour because you know it's the truth. You know it's the truth. And the same what they did to China, the same what they did to Hong Kong. They colonized Hong Kong and did evil and wickedness. And It's them right there in that building that did that to my brother. From China. They did the opium wars. They did the drug dealing. And I'm saying that we are criminals. That whoever takes drugs, when they're the biggest criminals, like creating genocide in many different countries. Follow that?
Yeah, man.
Now the high priest, someone else doesn't know if anybody's ready to turn up. Because the high priest, someone is ready to turn up. If you are, let me hear you make some noise. I cannot hear you. If you're ready to turn up, make some noise.
I'm ready. I've been here in fucking weeks, mate. Let's get it, people. I appreciate the guidance coming during the gig. Hopefully we're reaching late as well, yeah. Maybe Oasis, let's see what happens. But showing up in the song, yeah.
Let's go. Come on. Let us say. Come on. What's the problem?
What's the government?
It's all life. Reveal what I like. Come on. Me and you are gonna have fun tonight. Let's go. And when we get into the crib, I'm gonna love you right. Touch my body, it feels so nice. In bottles, dancing with bottles. Taking trees, get like it's a tree.
Yeah.
On the dance floor, get playing to the bar, keep spending some more. Everybody gotta go. Yeah, everybody in the club, let me see you dance. Everybody in the house, let me see you dance.
I'm not happy. I want to see church there. Cause it's drug. It's jumping for bread. And it's called de facto. Did you misled? I tell the judge, I'm a free man. That's radical. Prepare for your deathbed. I'm an eternal being. Represent God's army. Not ISIS. With a mission. For the righteous. Conveying knowledge. That's priceless. Spreading condition. Like a virus. Lastly, I'm coming for you, devils, because you think you can measure my spirit level, because I was born a rebel. To this earth, to my mission successful, I'm radical. Listen to the bars, I'm radical. My spirit is rational. Elohim are infallible. A radical, that's intellectual, it's essential. To impeccable. Elohim is effectual. Develop my theology. It's unique. Soul biology. I use unique psychology to initiate the true audience. Genealogy. Join the meta. Science ministry for the psychology. Like monotheistic religions. More souls get conditioned. My doctrine. Your cognition will make you brother deposition. Plus you start thinking outside the box. Real souls went to the school garden, influencing young minds to be headstones, minds, destroy the paradigm. I'm radical. Listen to the bars. I'm radical. My spirit. Elohim. I connect with the ancestors, including Amun Ray. Ray don't find me, cause my melanin is the receptor. While I turn into light under pressure, cause Neptune are my protectors. While my soul shapeshifts into black holes, I continue to wrap my own scrolls. Take off my empress with birth control. She says, you save me from being a body dog. She holds me tight. I said, oh, cause I hate your Romeo. Cause I can't trust like boy toes. And you're not ready to have a child. That's indigo. to my mission. Complete. I switch off the matrix so I can destroy the feelings of being hungry and rejuvenate my life force that feels depleted. Don't forget, I'm radical, so the flow and the beat, it's slow, good play, manifest, a revolution in the streets. I'm radical, listen to the bars, I'm radical, my spirit is rational, Elohim, are infallible, We won't be silent until we stop the violence. Put the gun down, put the knife down. We don't want to lose another life. Squash the beat. It's time to unite. Mama, don't cry. Everything's gonna be alright. Let me know that I be someone else superhero in these streets. The different street press for the children fighting out the seas. For living raw life 6 feet deep. Hide the lights and draw rappers. Then becoming brainwashed like sheep. Post colonial mindset. Force the jail from carry attack. What's happening, bro? Where did the love go? Things ain't what they used to be. Children stop the violence and listen to me. Black men, dying species, blood stains on the pavement. Why do we need to make a statement? Why do we need to make a statement? We won't be silent until we stop the violence. Put the gun down, put the knife down. We don't want to lose another life. Squash the beat. It's time to unite. Mama, don't cry. Everything's gonna be alright. Big girl, directly someone else feels your pain. Your man keeps hurting you cause he's insane. Pack your bags and leave him to catch the next train. Or if it is emergency, directly someone will pay for your pain. As long as you're in my arms, he will never hurt you again. And as for your man, listen to me, boy, you conquer it. How dare you disrespect your queen? It's time for your punishment from the grand architect. Like someone else on the mission to protect and collect the queens fighting neglect. Yeah, I'm talking to queens fighting neglect. We won't be silent until we stop the violence. Put the gun down, put the knife down. We don't want to lose another life. Squash the beat. It's time to unite. Mama, don't cry. Everything's gonna be alright. We won't be silent until we stop the violence. Put the gun down, put the knife down. We don't want to lose another life. Squash the beat. It's time to unite. Mama, don't cry. Everything's gonna be alright. Mental science. We won't be silent until we stop the violence. Put the gun down, put the knife down. We don't want to lose another life. Squash the beat. It's time to unite. Mama, don't cry. Everything's gonna be alright. You know, I be someone else superhero in these streets. The different street press for the children fighting out the seas. For living raw life 6 feet deep. Hide the lights and draw rappers. Then becoming brainwashed like sheep. Post colonial mindset. Force the jail from carry attack. What's happening, bro? Where did the love go? Things ain't what they used to be. Children stop the violence and listen to me. Black men, dying species, blood stains on the pavement. Why do we need to make a statement? Why do we need to make a statement? We won't be silent until we stop the violence. Put the gun down, put the knife down. We don't want to lose another life. Squash the beat. It's time to unite. Mama, don't cry. Everything's gonna be alright. Baby girl, directly someone else feels your pain.
There's only times when I had me up in the building tonight, just so you know. Your favorite hot boy, billboy, person with vibes right up in the building tonight. Alongside we come with L, the grand high from our mental same ministry. Ladies and gentlemen, I say it's about that time we turn up our fight tonight. I say it's about that time we turn up our fight and get to the mood tonight. It's about that time we turn up and spend the money tonight.
All right. Now, we first must give thanks and praises to Amun Ray, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, El Elyon, El Shaddai, Yahweh, Adonai, Marduk, Melchizedek, Al Kadir, Usa, Uset, Heru, Anu, Enki, Ma'at, Pita, Rastafari, Haile Selassie, Meta, Science, to mommy, to daddy, to granny, to granddad, to the ancestors, and to the most high. Bismillahi ar-Rahmani ar-Rahim. La ilaha illallah. Greetings, my spiritual warriors and my metal science soldiers and my freedom fighters. My name is the High Priest Amun. And welcome to the Metal Science Ministries Reasoning and Fellowship Show via Omega FM Radio.co.uk, aka 104.1 FM, and also on YouTube live at the moment. Instagram coming shortly. If you want to see the High Priest Amun live and direct at Omega FM Radio.co.uk's headquarters, all you have to do is go onto YouTube, type in on YouTube search engine Amun L, which is spelled Amun as in A for Africa, M for Magnificent, U for Upliftment, N for Nubian, space L, which is spelled E for Elyon and L for Love. As you click search, you will see the High Priest Amun L's YouTube channel. Smash that button that says subscribe. Click that bell icon to be notified when High Priest Amun L's going live. You're done now, Metal Science. Shout out to Kaz on the YouTube. Shout out to Immortal Schemes. Shout out to everybody that's listening right now on Omega FM Radio.co.uk, aka 104.1 FM. Shout out to everybody that's listening in on their journey, wherever they're going. Godspeed. I pray someone else with you in your journey tonight. Okay. Now we're gonna start off with the Metal Science news. So there's a lot to talk about. I'm not gonna lie. We even got a good main event coming soon as well. At 9 o'clock, we've got a good main event. We've got some prayers as well following up after the news. Inshallah, God willing, Jah willing, in Jesus' name. You get me? Metal Science. So yeah, let's start off with the news. So we started this week. It was a bank holiday weekend last week. So we had Saturday, Sunday, Monday off in UK. We've had 3 bank holidays this month. And it's not very nice, especially when you're self-employed and that. 3 bank holidays meaning 3 days of missing pay. You know what I mean? And especially in the construction at the moment, it's affected us because every week there was a bank holiday, whether it be May Day, Labor Day, King's coronation, etc., etc. And it's just been long. You know what I mean? But hopefully, God willing, inshallah, Jah willing, in Jesus' name, June is going to be a better month. Tomorrow is June. Today is the 31st of May. The time is 8:28. And yeah, what we did, we organized a protest on the bank holiday Monday because we said enough is enough. Enough is enough of institutionalized and systematic racism from the Home Office, from the UK government, from the genocide that the UK government have done for centuries, for decades, especially to black people, to any kind of person, to be honest. Let's be real. They didn't only do it to black people, they done it to Indians, they did it to Chinese, they did it to a lot of people still, I'm not gonna lie, to the Afghanis, the Saudis, you know what I mean? The Turks, they done it, everyone, pretty much. You know what I mean? But I Priest Someone Out had a special mission. It was for human rights because of the Sudanese war that's going on in Sudan. And to be honest, High Priest Someone Else's research, I wish I could say this on the radio. I really do. I really wish I could say it. But, you know, I have to be politically correct. So we say it in a different way. But all Negroes are all the same Negroes. You get me? It doesn't matter if you're Sudanese.
doesn't matter if you're Ethiopian, doesn't matter if you're Caribbean, doesn't matter if you're Nigerian. Negroes are Negroes. You know what I mean? Negroes don't care about anybody. Negroes are selfish and they only care about themselves. You follow that? They only care about themselves. You can imagine. We got people, Sudanese brothers and sisters, that are dying in Sudan, and the Sudanese people that are here in UK don't give a damn. They're like, this is how they broke it down to High Priest Someone Al. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has written that these people in Sudan have to die and there's nothing we can do about it. Can you imagine that? That's how they're talking in UK, that that my mom has to die, my brother has to die, and there's nothing I can do about it. I cannot help them, I cannot protest for them. You know what I mean? That's how they're talking. You get me? And I don't want to be hearing that God has told these people need to die, you know. Because if a Muslim is killing a Muslim, is that righteous? Is that what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants? If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was almighty, all-knowing, all-merciful, and competent, all this kind of stuff, why would a Muslim kill a Muslim? Why would there be war? Why would there be conflict? Why is there genocide? You see what I'm saying? You see how the brainwashing and all these kind of stuff affects people? You get me? That's why it's not good to be too much into religion. You know what I mean? Not even too much into religion. You need to have you need to not have an open mind. You need to have intuition. You need to have the meta science. That's what we're talking about. You need to have the meta science. Because like what we said, there's no compassion for your brothers and sisters that are innocent and are dying. The excuse that they said was that their path to heaven will be easier because they were innocent in the conflict. Whereas us that are alive, we still have to work. We still have to earn our ticket, earn our seat to heaven. But those people that died through conflict, through war, they get their ticket to heaven quicker. That, you know, like, you see the psychology, what we're talking about. People will say, they were saying, that we're not trying to live on this world forever. We're trying to get to the next world. So why is people on this world trying to eradicate everybody on this world? You know what I mean? Peter Tosh said it best. People talk about heaven, but they don't want to die. You see what we're saying? People talk about heaven, but they don't want to die in heaven. No, people talk, they want to get to heaven, but they don't want to die. And nobody wants to die. Let's be real. Does anybody deserve to die and it wasn't their fault? Or if it was human causing conflict? No, it's not right. Now someone's calling. You're going live. You don't know. Peace.
Yeah, how are Amun, please?
Yes, King. How you doing?
I'm fine, King. You okay?
I'm not okay, you know. I'm not okay still. Black people don't know what to do, man, in this country, man. We're too complacent, lazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I was out there today, I was in Parliament Square, you know what I mean? And I saw like the Tigray, them Ethiopian man, yeah, that they've got a war as well going on, like a genocide thing that's going on in their country in Ethiopia. Like they're like a province in Ethiopia, so they're like separate from mainland Ethiopia, and like everybody's trying to kill them off, like genocide. So they were protesting by Parliament Square today. I've even got the footage as well. Like, I'll play it later on. They were protesting. I pre someone else saw them. I had my big speaker. I helped them, like, because I saw them. It's like when I started to join, they were skeptical. They were like, "Oh, why are you joining us?" And I'm like, "Bro, I'm for you guys. Like, I'm here for refugees. I'm here for Black Power, all of that." I gave them the mic, I gave them my speaker to make some noise against Parliament, like Houses of Parliament, and that they told me to read certain things. I read certain things, they read certain things, whatever. But when I asked them now to play my tune, yeah, from my speaker, you get me? They're all getting upset and saying, "What you doing? Why?" Like, you know, my music is revolution, freedom music, all that kind of good stuff, and they're getting upset. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't understand why we're so segregated as black people.
Yeah.
We're all the same. We're all doing the same thing. We all got the same struggle, but it's like we're warring against each other. We can never unite, no matter where we're from. If we're Caribbean, African, Ethiopian, Eritrean, Somalian, etc., we can't unite. Go ahead, King. Tell me.
Yeah, we all have different agenda, but listen, I called you because Uncle told me to call you so we could have speak about Africa. But before I do that, I just let you know the reason why you don't hear me and your son no more is because I just even wake up on it. So because of the time of the day, more than a church, something like that would be okay, but you're on a Wednesday, this person, but I'm off tomorrow for the conference. Now, I call you to ask you about you being in Gambia, and the question I want to ask you after you explain certain things was, why Africa, like Africa, another Africa, why do they, well, I wouldn't go as far as they hate Rasta, but most of them is telling me they don't really understand Rasta, so that's why they do Rasta. So I'm asking you, what caused that? And Rasta is an African thing. It's not like Muslim and Christianity. It's you know, it's for Africa. Don't comb your hair. It's gonna turn to lax.
Yeah.
You got me there?
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you, King. So what is the question? Like, what are you asking about Rastafari in Africa?
You, why the African? Are you aware of this? That the Africans, you know, I used to talk this because they don't like Rasta, why they deal with us in the way they do. But I was speaking to this one intelligent man, he seemed to say intelligent, but he was saying to me, the reason why a lot of Africans don't really respond to Rasta is because they don't understand the Rasta. So I'm asking you, like,
Let me answer that question the best way I can.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why Africans don't acknowledge and respect Rastafari, don't get it twisted.
No, you don't get vexed. You go ahead, man. I'm not like that.
You got my dad, yeah? He's Nigerian.
Yeah.
He's African. But he loves Rastafari. He loves the music. He loves all of that. Yeah? The thing with Rastafari, it goes against the grain, especially with Africans, because Africans, they're very subservient. You follow that to the white man. Yeah?
What's that?
No. Africans.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Yeah, Africans are very subservient. You see what we're saying?
Well, another part. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so
They're very colonized.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They got the post-colonial mindset.
Yeah.
So,
But hold on there. I think a lot of that is to do with the religion stuff there anyway.
yeah. I don't like, you can say it is, but then there's them that use the religion as a scam. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As 419, you know, as mind control. Like, they don't really believe in it, but they're using it to control other people. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you just the Christianity, you get it?
Yeah.
They all come here and then they're trying to like use that to get by. And they know, a lot of them know it's not real because I talk to enough of them. And they say to me that they don't read the Bible and they don't understand the Bible. So why are you going to be imposing something on people and you don't even know what it's about?
Exactly.
You got me?
Yeah. Exactly, King. Yeah. So so as we move forward, like in terms of like the Rastafari and why they don't accept it, as in the Africans, because they don't understand it. You get me? Like they don't want to be free in a sense. Like some people, like I said, some people like my dad, who's African, they understood what it's all about, like Rastafari. Like when they saw Bob Marley, it's like Bob Marley was like, let's say, the second incarnation of Haile Selassie. You see what we're saying? Like,
well, let's say of Christ, but Selassie wasn't Christ. We say Selassie is the higher being has to do with the God, isn't it?
No, what I mean, as in Bob Marley.
Bob Marley was like a prophet kind of scenario, isn't it?
Yeah, he was a prophet and an advocate for His Imperial Majesty. You see what we're saying?
Yeah.
He was
okay, got you.
He was an advocate. Yeah, he represented Rastafari and he broke it into the mainstream, into the commercial thing. The problem with the Africans is that they don't, let's say, they look at Bob Marley, they look at Rastafari as like some black people who are lunatics that smoke ganja, that got natty dread. They're not into black supremacy. They're more into the white supremacy. They want to be in the image of the beast.
I'm trying to find out why, though. That's my question to you. Why? What's caused that?
I think it's the post-colonial mindset. I think because the damage was done, the irreversible damage in Africa. Because remember, you see,
well, I was thinking there's some kind of teaching that goes on there about Rasta white and stuff like that.
No, it's not that deep, King. It's just like they don't. It's not that deep. I'll be real. It's just they don't understand it. Like they just don't understand about black supremacy. They do, but it's like they look at it as that you guys or us, we don't know what we're doing. Like, you know what I mean? Like they just look at us as silly. You know what I mean? That we're talking about black power and that kind of stuff. They're like, or they believe that they've sold themselves out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you. They really did. Yeah.
You get me? So they don't believe that we can rise again. Some do. You, like my dad, like me, like you get me. Like I'll say that there are more white people that are pro Rasta than African people.
Well, I see that, and this is why I want to know why the African is so against Rasta, but not the white people. The white people more respect me than African, so I'm a bit shocked. And I see that they do put the white hair on the head, so I'm kind of thinking, is there some kind of chemistry going on with them? There's some kind of chemistry to do with it, ancient to do with the hair or something.
Well, the black people.
With the Africans, more or less, because the Caribbean people now, they have treated Rasta a certain way, and they have come to realize that what Rasta is saying is coming true, but the African is not getting it.
Because we have to be real, King. Like the Africans are a bit slow. You know what I mean? Like they're like 50 years behind, isn't it? Not to say they ain't got their people that were on black power and black liberation, but it's like it goes back to this not segregation, but this tribalism. Black people are not together. We don't see ourselves as one. You see what we're saying? They look down on the Caribbeans. They think they're better than the Caribbeans. We think that we're better than the Africans. You get me? It's a kind of a conflict within our race, within our community, within black people. You see what we're saying?
And well, I'm saying too, not cutting off them, but I'm saying too, they defend? They only defend religion. They don't defend a oneness, a wholeness. Why is that they don't defend Africanness? Why they only defend religion stuff? What's up with that?
That's because they've been conditioned, King. You get me? Like they've been conditioned.
Conditioned.
Yeah.
Conditioned.
You know what I mean? That's the only way man can explain it. Like you get me? Like my Sudanese brothers, they'll die for Islam. My Nigerian brothers, they will die for Christianity. You see what we're saying? And that's now like, let's say the slave master, how he played the game and made it that we're against each other because of religion.
Got you.
You know what I mean? So a Muslim person will see a Christian person as like he's not of one of them. He's not of God, etc., or they cannot unite because of that religion. Doesn't matter that we're black.
So being real though, don't you think like in Africa, yeah? Because when you notice, in other places, the science books are in certain language of other places. When they come to Africa, it's only the religious book is in African language. All the other science books and this book, they're no kind of they're not translated into Africans. So you think there is some kind of, as you say, condition, but also there is some kind of what the word would I use for that? Because there's definitely in a situation that I don't know how you're gonna get them out of that situation. I myself sit down and try to work it out, but I personally don't see a way out for them. I don't.
What do you mean you don't see a way?
Programming them in the sense. They're programmed.
Yeah, but it's like Bob Marley said it already. Like many people will have to die. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like that's what it is.
I agree with that long time.
You get me? Like they're not of the order.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, you get to know real. They are of a different order. And when I try to talk to Uncle about this, he can't understand it because I can't explain it like you. They are of a different order. I'll tell you something, Uncle say he don't read the Bible. I read the Bible. I read the whole Bible over 3 times. The Bible has made me turn mentally ill. But listen, I see the Bible from a different perspective to how these people in Africa has come from the Bible, and then some of them they don't read it. So why are they using this terminology to trick their own people?
Because they look at it as a way to make money. They use the Bible as a weapon to make money.
A way of life, and it's becoming real, and it's becoming a destructive force to them. And they can't understand this.
Yeah. Of course, King. Like, you know what I mean? But we're using the Bible as a way of healing. You know what I mean? And to make people be aware of certain things. You get me? Like, for example, where we're heading right now, we're in the days of revelations.
We're in the days of it. We're in the days of destruction.
That's what we're saying. And the mark of the beast is coming, or the mark of the beast.
And a lot of the Africans, they don't realize it because they are living, as you said, 50 years. I don't even say 50 years. I think they're living like 200 years ago.
Well, I mean, if you go to Africa, King, you'll get what I'm saying. You see what?
Okay, all right.
You see, because you haven't been, you wouldn't be able to talk. Like, I'll give you the best example. We are currently on 5G network, as in mobile phone. They're on 4G. 4G is like 5G to them in Africa, and 5G is where we're at right now. That's the levels like in Africa right now. So they're a bit behind. You see what we're saying?
I got you.
Yeah.
That's technology-wise, but listen to me though, You can live in the bush, and you can have more sense than these people that are running the earth today. These people that are running the earth, for me, they don't have sense.
Because they
technology, that technology or whatever that is. But this is not what I'm talking about. It's not even a technology business I'm into with the Africans. I'm just saying these people are lost. If you read the Bible, and you hear the Bible talking about fools and lords and all of this, that's these people, that's all this so I can describe it. When I read the Bible, and I start to think, everything the Bible is saying is about these people. Not saying that, anybody that says that.
No, I hear that.
Reality, in actuality, they're lost.
Who's lost?
No, but read the Bible. Serious. These people are lost. They're lost sheep, they call it.
I mean, King, you gotta understand. There's a lot of dead people outside right now. There's a lot of zombies out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. I heard that as well. Yeah, I was told that. I was told be careful because a lot of people around you right now. Well, you can see that anywhere when them false people annihilate come around you, and you kind of wonder, wait, are these people for real? But I got you. There's a lot of serious thing going on right now. But the Africans and they laugh me, honestly. I really was trying to But I just said, this is why I'm going to call you, so you can explain to me about going to Africa at the new time. But it's just me. It's not because of you or because of anyone. It's just me. I've been on another African, I tell you now, I've been on more African than anybody else because where I'm dealing now, they really about the Caribbean people. So now all you have now is just Muslim, which is Africans, and then you have these Ethiopians coming in, the Eritrean, all these people, all the Caribbean people that gone from Rome, So I'm just between these people, and I like them. As I just said, they come across like me, but I'm trying to figure out why they're so you know what I mean? They just see me as a man you can walk and don't care why I try to keep them, why I try to, you know what I mean? It just doesn't, I don't know. I'm trying to see what's causing that. What's the tripwire?
What's the tripwire? Okay. Another thing that's gone through my mind is because they're black devils as well.
You figure they have a bit of
they're black
a
devils.
bit of demon there?
Yeah, because Rastafari is to do with more or less Marcus Garvey about repatriation, exodus, going back to the promised land, going back to Africa.
Yes.
And just rebuilding, you know what I mean? Leaving Babylon and just going back home. Now the problem with the Rastafari,
Well, how come Marcus Garvey never got there though? What's up with that though?
What do you mean?
I'm wondering why he never got himself.
I thought he did. I thought he went Africa.
No, he never did. He never go. Why? I always try to figure out how is it that Marcus Garvey, I think Malcolm X probably went to Saudi Arabia, but I don't think he would be to Africa himself.
No, Malcolm X, I think he went Egypt still. He saw Egypt still.
Okay, all right. But I can tell you, I have a lot of books on Marcus Garvey. I never seen nothing that he's been to Africa. And I'm wondering, how is that?
So he had a ship that was going to Africa, and he never went on the ship to Africa.
Well, you know that ship thing?
Yeah.
Marcus Garvey didn't even know what was going on with the ship thing. A lot of people don't know this. You need to read of that. The ship thing, Marcus Garvey, he was all his idea and all of that. But he they did and he black out of everything that was going on. People don't know this. You see, it's only when you read of these things, you know these things, this is what I'm saying. How come you never gone to Africa, set up something in Africa, like what he did in the United divided States, and the divided kingdom, he tried to come here, but nothing ever worked out there. He realized the people up here is a bit, I don't know what to call it, but they look like there was a bit too smooth or something, but he couldn't get to deal with these ones. And I can see why. But I'm saying, why he never go to Africa and try to work on what's going on with these people, you know what I mean? What is that?
That one, I can't answer that one. Because one, I wasn't there. Two, you get me? Like that's Marcus Garvey. That just I don't that defeats the purpose of being Pan African. Like you have a business to go to Africa, but you actually never went Africa. You never experienced Africa in your life.
Yeah. But one of the time when you were talking, really see what they said. But I don't want to talk with you online. And the great fact, yeah.
No worries, King.
Yeah, but that was possible anyway. I talked a lot, but I'm just saying I would have liked to be listening to your program more often, but it's just the timing. But when things is situated, like when they close down, I'll be listening to you. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries, King. It's just that you know what I mean. It's just I'm looking at the timetable.
Yeah, man.
And this is the only really time that I can really do. You know what I mean? Because
don't feel that way. Yeah, that's everything and everything.
Yeah.
But be more, yeah.
Yes, King. You too. Be more. Yeah.
I feel like people when we used to be on the radio. A lot of things we say is coming true, isn't it?
Yeah. Prophecy. We've been saying this a long time ago. People just have to catch up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Peace.
Yeah, man. Be more host.
Yeah, you too. Peace. One. So that was Keith. Yeah. Thank you, Keith, for your contribution to the show. We got 436. He said it's in a hell of a lot of texts. Yeah. So let's see. Let's start from the top. Evening greetings, High Priest. Just tuned in, hearing you, King. Large up, yo. Queen said bless too. Yeah, bless up, family. Freedom, hard, tough hit, by the way. Yeah, we're gonna play that because time has run out and we have to come back after the news and views. He says, bless Idol Keith. I think people do see Rastafari as a religion, and if they do practice religion, whichever flowings, therefore see the movement as a real threat. In Africa, especially, I feel in places. Concur totally with those words, High Priest, conditioning. It's the state of the world in general, America. So many people are in loss with the wilderness, not all though, some are awakened. Then he just texted powerful conversation. Yeah, bro, that's what we're doing, man. When we're on the mic, it's not no joke. Talking the realness. Then you got my dad online on Instagram, peace. He's watching the football. We got Itne or Child Ori BD saying what's up? Yeah, you good? Again, shout out to everybody that's listening. When we come back from the news and views, we got so much stuff. We haven't even got started. I haven't even done the prayer, none of that. So we're gonna do the prayer ASAP when we come back. Then after that, we'll continue with the rest of the show. But for now, we're gonna play this tune and then we'll be back after the news and views. Yeah, 436 to say no love. I mean no joke, love up. Yeah, bro. So this is what we're gonna play that tune for you, the freedom. So let's go, Metal Science.
Freedom, metal science, freedom, like a runaway slave, freedom, like I just got paid, freedom, 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 come on, freedom, 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 metal science, freedom, 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 come on, freedom, metal science, freedom, 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 stay with your chest, freedom, freedom. All my queens, let me hear you say freedom. All my kings, let me hear you say freedom. All my gentlemen, let me hear you say freedom. All my brothers, let me hear you say freedom. All my sisters, let me hear you say freedom. Pump your fists in the air, two shows, let me play a high priest, and the freedom fighters on the brokers, worst nightmare. Let us prepare to damage and tear. This new world order that is treating us unfair. First solution is a rush. This is a freedom song, so sing along. We're a million men strong, but we're only because Babylon did us wrong. The time is now to be awake to broadcast the news that is fake. I'm the high priest when I get high, levitate. When the war's over, heaven on earth is what we're going to create. A high priest and his mental science soldiers and his freedom fighters. It's time to concentrate. Elohim, forgive us for our sins. No hells on the winds, destroy the evil face of it. Freedom, freedom, freedom,
science.
Amiga Radio, 104.1 FM. News and views around your community.
This is the AmigaRadio.co.uk news at 9.
Johnson insists he's handed over all material requested by the COVID inquiry in full to the Cabinet Office, saying the department has had access to the information for months. He's urging it to hand it to the inquiry before tomorrow's 4 p.m. deadline. Sir Jonathan Jones, former permanent secretary to the Government Legal Department, says it may force the Cabinet Office to rethink things.
It makes it much more difficult for the government to rely on any arguments about privacy, for example, which they had previously been doing, if Mr. Johnson himself is saying he's happy for it all to be handed over.
ITV's asked a barrister to do an external review of Philip Schofield's affair following his departure from This Morning. The broadcaster says there's been a lot of inaccuracy in reporting and has written to the media regulator and culture secretary. Europe's biggest nuclear power plant's been described as a ticking time bomb. Workers at the Russian-held Zaporizhzhia facility in Ukraine say military activities increased and there's a shortage of qualified staff. A US court will hear a challenge over Prince Harry's American visa next week after he admitted to previously using drugs in his autobiography. A think tank in the States is demanding his immigration records are released. Past drug taking can potentially stop people being granted the right to live there. Immigration lawyer Chrissy Fernandez explains what he'd have been asked on his application.
Whether he had ever been a drug abuser or addict, whether he had been convicted of any crime, and whether he had violated any laws relating to controlled substances. So based on those answers, it could be problematic. It depends on whether he was forthcoming or not in his visa application.
Rugby Union Premiership side London Irish have been given till Tuesday to secure a takeover deal or they face being expelled. Current owner Mick Crossan has been in talks with an American consortium over its sale. And Jose Mourinho is aiming to continue his unbeaten record in major European finals. Roma are taking on Sevilla, trying to win the Europa League. That's the latest. I'm Laura Safe.
Amiga, you're the thinking people station.
Amiga does not support or condone any conspiracy theories regarding any aspect of COVID.
You say freedom, freedom. All my queens, let me hear you say freedom. All my kings, let me hear you say freedom. All my gentlemen, let me hear you say freedom. All my brothers, let me hear you say freedom. All my sisters, let me hear you say freedom. Freedom, freedom, let us say freedom. Come on, freedom. Pump your fist in the air to show that you clear the high breeze and the freedom fires on the ocean. Words like rain, let us prepare. Keep damage and take this new world order that is treating us unfair. For the solution is a Russian. This is the freedom song, so sing along. We're a million man stronger, but it's only cause Babylon did us wrong. Freedom, 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 come on, freedom, 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 I can't hear you, freedom. Say it with your chest, freedom, freedom. All my queens, let me hear you say freedom. All my kings, let me hear you say freedom. All my children, let me hear you say freedom. All my brothers, let me hear you say freedom. All my sisters, let me hear you say freedom. Freedom, like a runaway slave. Marching in the streets, cause it's revolution. Do or die right now, cause it's revolution. Hands up now, cause it's revolution. Ain't no decency, cause it's revolution. Nothing in my big black boots, cause it's revolution. Kings, are you ready for this revolution? Kings, are you ready for this revolution? Let me hear you say revolution, come on. Revolution, 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 revolution. Get ready for the battle, get ready for the fight. After the war, everything's gonna be alright. Enough is enough. They took our human rights. Are you ready for the revolution? Cause we're turning up tonight. And let's step outside. Let's do or die. I'm a revolutionary guy. I'm ready to ride. The enemies of government, they're on the opposite side. Marching in the streets, cause it's revolution. Do or die right now, cause it's revolution. Hands up now, cause it's revolution. Ain't no decency, cause it's revolution. Smoking in my big black boots, cause it's revolution. Kings, are you ready for this revolution? Kings, are you ready for this revolution? Let me hear you say revolution, come on. Revolution, 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 revolution. Smoking in my big black boots, cause it's revolution. Kings, are you ready for this revolution? Kings, are you ready for this revolution? Let me hear you say revolution, come on. Revolution, 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 revolution. High priest from hell, delivering on the top science. The revolution is on. No talk, it's action time. If you are not ready for the revolution, step to the side and go home before we beat your ass. You don't know. Let our science. My kings and queens, are you ready for the revolution? If you are, let me hear you say, hell yeah! High priest, are you ready? Hell yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. Let our science.
D9884. Get in touch. He's waiting.
Years ago, I helped create a gang called the
Oh
Crip.
shit!
Today, I'm speaking to you from Death Row. I never imagined that the Crip gang would spread throughout California, throughout the nation, throughout the world. And I deeply regret the legacy that it left, because it left a legacy of genocide, black on black genocide. And I apologize for my part in it. But I am deeply encouraged to see you here today. That lets me know that I'm not alone in deeply regretting this legacy and seeing it for what it is. And no one can have a better influence on gang violence or gang culture than gang members themselves, and therefore best positioned to reverse this course of violence. But we must do work. We must get out there and we must forge peace. We must stop exterminating one another. We must stop all this madness, because at the end of the day, we have only ourselves to blame. We must have a do or die attitude as we were as street warriors, to rebuild our culture and to create a new lasting legacy of peace.
Music you want, the information you need. My kings and queens, are you ready for the revolution? If you are, let me hear you say, hell yeah! High priest, are you ready? Hell yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. Let our science. Let's go. Marching in the streets because we're tired of the lead. The revolution's not complete. I put the 1% that made defeat. The government is oppressor. That's giving us high blood pressure. The revolution's now or never. So let's destroy Babylon together. Marching in the streets cause it's revolution. Do or die right now cause it's revolution. Hands up now cause it's revolution. And no decency cause it's revolution. Nothing in my big black boots cause it's revolution. Kings, are you ready for this revolution? Kings, are you ready for this revolution? Let me say revolution, come on. Revolution, 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 revolution. Get ready for the battle, get ready for the fight. After the war, everything's gonna be alright. Enough is enough. They took our human rights. Are you ready for the revolution? Cause we're turning up tonight. Let's step outside. Let's do or die. I'm a revolutionary guy. I'm ready to ride. The enemies of government, they're on the opposite side. Marching in the streets cause it's revolution. Do or die right now cause it's revolution. Hands up now cause it's revolution. Ain't no decency cause it's revolution. Stepping in my big black boots cause it's revolution. Kings, in my big black boots, cause it's revolution. Kings, are you ready for this revolution? Kings, are you ready for this revolution? Let me say revolution, come on. Revolution, revolution. I be someone now, delivering the mental science. The revolution is on. No talk, it's action time. If you're not ready for the revolution, step to the side and go home before we beat your ass. You're done now. Mental science.
All right, and welcome back to the Mental Science Ministries Reasoning and Fellowship Show via Omega FM Radio.co.uk, aka 104.1 FM, and also on Instagram and YouTube live. If you want to see the High Priest Amun L, live and direct at Omega FM Radio.co.uk's headquarters, all you have to do is go onto YouTube, type in YouTube Amun L, and you'll find High Priest Amun L's YouTube channel. Smash that button for subscribe. Click that bell icon to be notified when High Priest Amun L is going live. You're done no mental science. Also, if you want to see High Priest Amun L live and direct, you could go onto Instagram and type in high_priest_720 and see High Priest Amun L. You're done no mental science. Now, what we're talking about, we're doing the prayer now because the time is running out. We've got less than 15 minutes to get the prayer done and the main event. So the High Priest Amun L wants everybody listening right now, anybody that's listening to High Priest Amun L in your car, get into prayer mode, and we're going to open our Bibles and turn to the first prayer, which is Psalms 91, 10 a.m. 91. Again, those who are driving, just listen, keep your ears open, and get into prayer mode. You're done, no mental science. So let's go. So the first prayer is Psalms 91, 10 a.m. 91. Let's go, mental science. He that dwelleth in the secret place of El Elyon, i.e. the Most High, shall abide under the shadow of El Shaddai, i.e. the Almighty. I will say of Atum Re, Amun Re, El Elyon, El Shaddai, Yahweh, Adonai, Elohim. He is my refuge and my fortress. My Atum Re, El Elyon, El Shaddai, Yahweh, Adonai, Elohim. In him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that fleeth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in the darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth in noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come near thee. Only with thine eyes shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made Atum Re, El Elyon, El Shaddai, Yahweh, Adonai, Elohim, which is my refuge, even El Elyon, i.e. the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come near thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion, and the dragon shall thou trample under feet. Because he hath set his love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I'll set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. Mental science. Now that High Priest Amun L hopes you felt that prayer in your bones, in your heart, in your soul, in your spirit, coming from your radio speakers. We don't play when it comes to the prayer. We make sure we deliver the prayer Make sure you know what time it is. You follow that mental science. Now the next prayer that we're gonna do is Psalms 71. Him 71. And I pray someone else hopes that we can say the prayer together in harmony so that we can amplify the prayer together. Because some people need the prayer, especially in Africa, especially those who are mourning, especially all of that kind of stuff. You get me? And we're doing it for my jail brothers and sisters, my brothers and sisters who are in mental health institution, my brothers and sisters who are in the grave, my brothers and sisters who are trying to find a way to heaven. You're done now, mental science. Let's go. Psalm 71, Tehillim 71. Let's go, mental science. Thee, O Atumre, Amunre, El Elyon, El Shaddai, Yahweh, Adonai, Elohim, do I put my trust. Let me never be put to confusion. Deliver me in thy righteousness and cause me to escape. Incline thine ear unto me and save me. Be thou my strong habitation, whereunto I may continually resort. Thou hast given commandment to save me, for thou art my rock and my fortress. Deliver me, O my Atumre, Amunre, El Elyon, El Shaddai, Yahweh, Adonai, Elohim, out of the hand of the wicked, unto the hand of the unrighteous and cruel man. For thou art my hope. O Atumre, Amunre, El Elyon, El Shaddai, Yahweh, Adonai, Elohim, thou art my trust from my youth. By thee I've been holding up from the womb. Thou art he that took me out my mother's bowels. My praise shall be continually of thee. I am as a wonder unto many, but thou art my strong refuge. Let my mouth be filled with thy praise and with thy honor all the day. Cast me not off in time of old age, forsake me not when my strength faileth. For my enemies speak against me, and they that lay wait for my soul take counsel together, saying, Atumre, Amunre, El Elyon, El Shaddai, Yahweh, Adonai, Elohim, have forsaken him, persecute him, and take him, for there is none to deliver him. O Amunre, Amunre, El Elyon, El Shaddai, Yahweh, Adonai, Elohim, be not far from me. O my Amunre, Amunre, El Elyon, El Shaddai, Yahweh, Adonai, Elohim, make haste for my help. Let them be confounded and consumed by our adversaries to my soul. Let them be covered with the reproach and dishonor that seek my heart. But I will hope continually and will yet praise thee more and more. My mouth shall show forth thy righteousness and thy salvation all the day, for I know not the numbers thereof. I will go in the strength of Amunre, Amunre, El Elyon, El Shaddai, Yahweh, Adonai, Elohim. I will make mention of thy righteousness, even of thy only. O Amunre, Amunre, El Elyon, El Shaddai, Yahweh, Adonai, Elohim. Thou hast taught me from my youth, and hitherto have I declared thy wondrous works. Now also when I'm old and grey-headed, O Amunre, Amunre, El Elyon, El Shaddai, Yahweh, Adonai, Elohim, forsake me not until I have shown thy strength unto this generation, and thy power to everyone that is to come, thy righteousness also. O Amunre, Amunre, El Elyon, El Shaddai, Yahweh, Adonai, Elohim, is very high, who has done great things. O Amunre, Amunre, El Elyon, El Shaddai, Yahweh, Adonai, Elohim, who is like unto thee. Thou which has shown me great and sore trouble shall quicken me again, and shall bring me up again from the depths of the earth. Thou shalt increase my greatness and comfort me on every side. I will also praise thee with the psaltery, even thy truth. O my Amunre, Amunre, El Elyon, El Shaddai, Yahweh, Adonai, Elohim, unto thee will I sing with the harp, O thou Holy One of Israel. My lips shall greatly rejoice when I sing unto thee, and my soul which thou hast redeemed. My tongue also shall talk of thy righteousness all the day long. For they are confounded, for they are brought unto shame that seek my hurt. Silence. Now that I pray someone else, hopes you felt that prayer in your bones, in your heart, in your spirit, in your soul, coming from your radio speakers. We don't play when it comes to the prayer. Make sure we deliver the prayer with reverence, Make sure the prayer gives you that power, gives you that mental science feeling. So now we're going to finish off our Old Testament prayers, or the prayers in the Tanakh, with the last one, which is Psalms 23, 10 a.m. 23. So if you want to turn the page to Psalms 23, 10 a.m. 23, you can do that. The high priest Amun, I will give you a couple of moments to do that. You're done now. Mental science. So are we ready? Are we ready to say the prayer? Read the prayer together. Those that are driving, are you ready to hear the prayer? Because I priest someone else ready to give out the prayer. Let's go, mental science. Let's go. Amun Re, El Elyon, El Shaddai, Yahweh, Adonai, Elohim is my shepherd. I shall not want one. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside for still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, for I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me in all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Amun Re, El Elyon, El Shaddai, Yahweh, Adonai, Elohim, forever. Amen. Amun Asheo, mental science. High priest Amun, I hope you felt that prayer in your bones, in your heart, in your spirit, in your soul, coming from your radio speakers. You're done now, mental science. So now our Old Testament prayers are done. We're moving on. We're moving on to our New Testament prayers. And our New Testament prayers is the Lord's Prayer, which is Matthew 6, 9 to 13. So if you want to turn the page, New Testament, and go to Matthew 6, 9 to 13, we're going to listen to the prayer in the Greek first, in the original tone. I'm going to translate it into the English. Let's go, mental science. So let's go. Yes, peace. Okie dokie. So there we go. There we go. Here we go.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah.
So we did, like, it was cold in the morning.
Yeah.
I went hot and I went back cold.
Well, America's actually controlling the weather now. The technology they're doing. And everyone's sitting here. When you talk to them about the chemtrails, they go, it's only weather. It's not about the weather. It's more than that.
No, of course. Yeah, yeah.
And every time someone talks about it, they end up losing their lives. Prince did it, isn't it?
Yep. It's true. So I pray someone else hopes you felt or heard that prayer. Yeah. Hope that you heard that prayer. So we're gonna say it in the English. Let's go, mental science. After this manner, therefore pray ye, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not in temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. I'm gonna share mental science. And I pray someone else hopes you felt that prayer in your bones, in your heart, in your spirit, coming from your radio speakers. We don't play when it comes to prayer. We finished our Bible prayers now. Now we're moving on to our Muslim prayers for our Muslim brothers and sisters. The first prayer that we're going to do for our Muslim brothers and sisters is Al-Fatiha, the opener. We're going to start off in the Arabic and then translate it into the English. You're done now, mental science. So if you want to get your Quran, done to Al-Fatiha, the first page, the first surah, and we can get it cracking. You're done now. I'm okay. Yeah, peace, mental science. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim. Ghayril maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin. Okay, so that was our Surah Al-Fatiha, the opener in the Arabic. We translate it into the English and it goes like this. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful. All praises for Allah, Lord of all worlds, the most compassionate, most merciful, Master of the Day of Judgment. You alone we worship and you alone we ask for help. Guide us along the straight path, the path of those you have blessed, not those you are displeased with or those you are astray. That's our science. Now, the high priest, someone else, host, you felt that prayer in your bones, in your heart, in your spirit, coming from your radio speakers. That was Al-Fatiha, the first prayer. The second prayer and final prayer that we're going to do is Al-Ikhlas, the sincerity, Surah 112. Same fashion, we're going to start off with Arabic and then translate to the English. Let's go, mental science. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Kul huwa Allahu ahad, Allah as-samad, lam yalid wa lam yulad. Walam yakun kufuwan ahad. Okay, so that was Al-Ikhlas, the sincerity in Arabic. Now we're going to translate it into the English. Let's go, mental science. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful. Say, O Prophet, He is Allah, one and indivisible. Allah, the sustainer needed by all. He has never had no offspring, nor he was born, and there's none comparable to him. Mental science. So that's Ikhlas, the sincerity, the high priest, someone else holds. You felt that prayer in your bone, in your bones, in your heart, in your spirit, in your soul, coming from your radio speakers. Our Muslim prayers are done for tonight. So we're going on to the last prayer, the mental science prayer. But before we get into the mental science prayer, Granny told us that we need to say this on the radio to make sure that the people, the brothers and sisters, the kings and queens, know what time it is, know what Jesus Christ said. Especially for those who are on the other side, like Granny, you done know mental science. Let's go. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and say, Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Mental science. And I hope someone else helps you comprehend that and understand and understand what Yeshua Yamashiach was saying, or Jesus Christ was saying, because you have the power to do all of that. What we just said right now, you're done now, mental science. So the last prayer that we're going to do is the mental science prayer. And I believe someone else has one question. Are you ready for the mental science prayer? If you are, let me hear you say mental science. I cannot hear you. If you are ready for mental science prayer, let me hear you say mental science. Let's go. Come on. We give thanks and praises to Amun, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Yun El Shaddai, Yahweh, Adonai, Dot Melchizedek Alkadir, Be'eru Anu Enki Ma'apita, Rastafari, Haile Selassie, Metal Science, to mommy, to dad, to granny, to granddad, to the ancestors, and to the most high. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, La ilaha illallah. We give thanks and praises to the Most High for protecting us and guiding us away from the evil and wickedness that exists in the planet and the cosmos. We also give thanks and praises to the Most High for the forgiveness for our sins. We also give thanks and praises to the Most High for every breath that we take and every moment that we live. We also give thanks and praises to the Most High for protecting our loved ones on planet Earth and also on the other side. We also give thanks and praises to the Most High for the strength to be able to get up today and complete our missions. We also give thanks and praises to the Most High for the mercy upon our souls. We also give thanks and praises to the Most High for finding a way or giving us a way to be able to complete our missions on planet Earth. We also give thanks and praises to the Most High for the blessings that we receive and give in every moment that we live and every moment that we breathe. We also give thanks and praises to the Most High for our destiny. We also give thanks and praises to the Most High for being able to be competent in this world. We also give thanks and praises to the Most High for everything that's going on planet Earth and on the other side. And lastly, we give thanks and praises to the Most High for protecting us and guiding us and also being our shield as we walk the path of righteousness so we can enter the kingdom of heaven, which is Zion. And main and Munashe or Meta Science. Now that I pray someone else hopes that you felt that prayer in your bones, in your heart, in your soul, in your spirit, coming from your radio speakers. We have finished the prayer tonight, the Mental Science prayer. And now we're ready for the main event. It's 21:32 or almost 21:33. We've got about 27 minutes before High Priest Amun has to go. We already got Spiritual Doctor in the house, so he's ready to take over when High Priest Amun is leaving. You're done, no Mental Science. Shout out to Kaz, saying that our arm is getting better. Thank you, Jesus. Alhamdulillah. You get me? That you're getting better, all of that. You get me? So what we're gonna do? We're gonna take a little break so that we can set up the stuff for the main event. So we'll be back shortly. You're done now, Mental Science. Let's go.
Aunt's calling me. Gambia. Are you going? You going? Or you're not sure?
I'm not sure. It's the money.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the revolution? If you are, let me hear you say, hell yeah! High Priest, are you ready?
Like he wants the money now.
That's the problem.
That's the problem. Like if it's all the way in October,
then you can work towards it.
You can work towards it. But he's saying he wants 4 bills right now, and I'm like, if I've got bare things I have to pay for, like, you get me? Like, that's in October. That's October, November, December.
That's right.
Not 4. Why am I paying 4 bills? Or like, if it was like, let's say in July, I get it. Okay, you need that money now. Put the deposit, all of that. But it's all the way in November,
If you want to
December.
put the deposit down, it secures that price. Yeah, 100, isn't it?
Yeah, but like Lady M, all these people, they got links in Gambia anyway. Even me, I've got links.
Okay.
Yeah, you get me. It's not a big thing. Like, if you want to secure a yard, like, it's not really that hard, you know. You know what I mean? Like, he wants a villa. That's what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, yeah, it's cool and that. You just want to have fun with the gang. You get me? Like, Gambia touched him. Like me, I don't know, man. Gambia didn't really touch me like that. Like, it's good, but I don't know, innit? Like, I will come, like, just for the gang, just for Omega.
Yeah.
Like, if everybody there, I know 100%. Sister Khalia, Brother
Well,
man,
brother man definitely
Lady
going. Yeah.
uncle,
Rusty Huru.
if he's got the money.
Yeah. Keith, who normally wins in, apparently he's going.
If he,
Claire apparently is going. I'm on the fence.
well, we say at least 6 or 7 people definitely
Yeah.
from Omega.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's good, really.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that one.
Mm-mm.
No, you can't go wrong still.
You think, yeah, because it will bring everyone closer together. And it's Africa we're dealing with, so we're going to start putting some roots down there, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Aren't you talking about setting up a radio station down there?
Don't know about that one. I'll be real, I don't know about that one. You get me? Like, to set it up here is even headache. Think out there. You know what I mean? That's a bit.
Yeah.
I've told him already, like, don't think about that one.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it could work because all you need is you could do it online, isn't it?
Yeah, but you need that Wi-Fi constantly. It's not
Yeah.
UK, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that kind of stuff don't run out there properly.
No.
That's what I was saying. That you need a proper internet.
I think that's deliberate to stop them from knowing what's going on in the world. Keep them ignorant. I spoke to a guy from Kenya. He didn't even know about the BRIC currency, Russia and China getting together. He didn't know nothing about that.
I hear that. I absolutely hear that.
I don't normally eat rubbish like this, but
yeah, no, it's a quick thing.
Yeah.
No other option.
Yeah, one time, ladies and gentlemen. You call me international, I can carry up in the building tonight, just so you know. Your favorite hot boy, new boy, first boy, vibe boy up in the building tonight. Alongside with Amun, the great high from our mental science ministry. Ladies and gentlemen, I say it's about that time we turn up and vibe tonight. I said it's about that time we turn up and vibe and get to the mood tonight. That's how we turn up and spend the money tonight.
All right. So I appreciate someone else back on air. We've got about 20 minutes left for the main event. Tonight's topic is how to play the game to win, not to fail, or how to play the game to win, not to lose. A lot of people have been telling High Priest someone about playing the game at work. You can imagine last week we had some rubbish drop. You know what I mean? It was illegal modern day slavery kind of business that we're dealing with. We were all the way Pinewood Studios. I think last week we were guessing about it. We're like, that got big money coming through. We're at Pinewood Studios. We're in the 007 set, all of that kind of stuff. But the reality was that it was modern day slavery, and it was illegal, and we had to quit that job because they wanted us to do things that is illegal on site. You follow that? And it's not about chasing the money. It's not about playing the game. It's about playing the game to a certain extent, but you shouldn't sell your soul to play the game. You follow that? Because a lot of people sell their soul, i.e., they take certain things that can have adverse effect on their health. For example, we're not going to say it, but that's what it is. Or some people, they will sell their brother out for a paper that's not even real. Um, what else? People play the game to the point where they lose their identity, they lose their blackness, and they become coconut. They become like an Oreo, and they just want to be a good house Negro. Some people want to be a good slave and be obedient to the government. And we're saying that that's not the way to play the game, guys. Like, we shouldn't sell ourselves out or sell ourselves short just for a paycheck in this country. Because look, let's be real. There's a lot of people that, let's say, they fled their country because of conflict, because of war, they're refugee, they come into this country and they just want to be a good slave because they've experienced hard life in Africa, wherever they come from. And it's like the only thing they know is as long as I'm a good slave, that Babylon's gonna look after me. That as long as I do what they tell me to do, Babylon's gonna look after me. You can imagine High Priest someone else people, yeah, we're not gonna say any names, but High Priest someone else people would like to High Priest someone else. Listen, you need to be a good slave, you need to listen to the government, you need to obey them, you shouldn't break the law, and that you should just listen and submit and comply with whatever the government says. Because UK is the land of opportunity. But there's no other place that that has better opportunity than the UK. Forget about Africa, forget about the Caribbean. UK is the spot. And you can imagine, High Priest someone out overstands and inner stands. And it's like we feel a bit, let's say, bewildered, we feel disappointed as well with from High Priest someone else people saying talking like that. It's like they sound defeated already. That they don't have the courage, they don't have the guts like High Priest someone else to fight the government. They acknowledge what High Priest someone else doing. They acknowledge that High Priest someone else a freedom fighter, but they're not no freedom fighter. Their time is up. They only know the Babylon way. And this is what we were talking about earlier on in the show about one's mind being conditioned to only know one way. And the way is to just conform, submit, and and bend over for Babylon and take it. You follow that. We're not gonna say it, but all we're saying is they're getting it with no Vaseline. You see what we're saying? And many people right now that are listening, tuned into omegafmradio.co.uk are a good slave. Let's be real. You don't want no problem with Babylon. Babylon give you your money. Babylon give you your dough money. Babylon give you your house. You're not ready for adversity. You're not ready to be challenging Babylon and demanding reparations. You're good for the crumbs that they're giving to you. You know what I mean? But High Priest someone out, we don't play that game. We don't play no game to lose. We play game to win. And as a matter of fact, we play the game so well that they have to cheat because the way we play the game. You follow that? And that's how we're talking right now on omegafmradio.co.uk. We'll give you some examples in a minute. But what we're saying is, how do we play the game to win, especially in UK? Well, first of all, when you're at work, you're doing the bare minimum. You follow that. We're not trying to make ourselves exhausted from work. We're just gonna give you the bare minimum. Sometimes we even pretend that we're working. You get me? Especially when you're doing blue collar job. You see what we're saying, and you're employed by somebody because they want you to work round the clock. They want to exploit you. They want to extort you. They want to suppress you. They don't want you to ever get millions. You can imagine someone last week at work was saying, I think I called in on Friday on Uncle OG's show. Someone from BT was saying that they're trying to get rid of 50,000 jobs at BT by the end of this year because it's private company now. It's not government industry or government institution. It's privately run. And we're like, wow, that's a lot of jobs gone and that. And then he was like, oh, that where the money comes from in BT is from management through the bonuses and stuff like that. Like they're getting millions and millions and millions of pounds for the contracts, getting contracts signed, installing new Wi-Fi, telephone, etc., from the big contracts, big offices, and that. And I'm like, why? How comes you haven't done management? And he was like, he doesn't want to deal with all that stress because you got people phoning you on Saturday, Sunday. You don't have no days off. You follow that. You want that big money. You got to play that game, and that game can end up with mental health. You can lose everything. You see what we're saying? Big gamble. You see what we're saying? So yeah, it's just about knowing thyself and doing what's right. So now the time is 9:45. Got about 15 minutes left or 14 minutes left. We're gonna play a little soundbite, what we've been doing last week or this week about the freedom fighting and stuff. What else? You can call in 0753 996 8143 if you have anything to add. We kind of said everything a little bit, but we're gonna play this soundbite so that you can hear what High Priest someone else on. You can overstand and understand the smoke that we're dealing with. So let's get it now. Hold on. So yeah, so hold on, I'm gonna plug it in.
Action time! If you're not ready for the revolution, step to the side. I face these bullets. Not the motherfucking real enemy. Like gun law, like our science.
Because we are sick and tired. Swearing, man. We are sick and tired of playing the game. This game is ended. It's game over. It is game over.
You just get through them gates there, bro. Get through them gates and see.
Change the world. You have to make the difference. You get me? The change comes from within. It's that time now. They're finished. They're illusion. They don't exist. They're not real. Why are we still giving them energy? You follow that? We need to quit their game and destroy the evil and wickedness right on the street. You follow that? At any means necessary. Whether it be through the power of music, the power of chant, the power of revolution, etc. Like I see up there, Ukraine flag. I don't see my Sudanese flag, but the UK destroyed, but came into Sudan and looted, took the gold, took the silver, took the resources, colonized a planet, colonized the country. And now they're in a crisis because of what you did with the irreversible damage. And you don't want to help them because you are systematic and institutionalized racists in that building right now. And none of you can challenge High Priest someone else because you know it's the truth. You know it's the truth. And the same what they did to China, the same what they did to Hong Kong. They colonized Hong Kong and the evil and wickedness. And it's them right there in that building that did that.
Evil.
The opium wars, they did the drug dealing, and I'm saying that we are criminals. But whoever takes drugs, when they're the biggest criminals, but creating genocide in different countries. You follow that?
Yeah, man.
Now, the High Priest someone else doesn't know if anybody's ready to turn up because the High Priest someone is ready to turn. If you want, let me make some noise. Make some noise!
I swear. High Priest is a guy that's going to do good. Hopefully, release some late as well, yeah. Maybe Oasis, let's see what happens, but showing up at the song, yeah.
Let's go. Disco lights, reveal what I like. Come on. Me and you are gonna have fun tonight. Let's go. And when we get to the crib, I'm gonna love you right. Touch my body, it feels so nice.
Where's your wife now?
Egypt.
She was there.
Yeah. So yes, my kings and queens and gods and goddesses, that was High Priest Someone Out. That was a soundbite on the bank holiday weekend. We did some protesting in front of number 10 Downing Street. We're out here, lone soldier, like how Uncle OG want to say it. You get me? Because no one's ready for High Priest Someone Out. No one's on them levels there. And it's a shame because there's plenty of people that are activists, revolutionaries, but we don't connect, or we're not an allegiance. Don't understand. It's like, for example, you got the drummers. They got the Nyabingi drumming. They don't come to number 10 Downing Street to do what they got to do. You know what I mean? Or we don't create an alliance. It's like even today, we were there again at number 10 Downing Street with the freedom fighters. We got freedom fighters, some white people. They're camping outside number 10 Downing Street. Whoever is on them levels there, camping out number 10 Downing Street, waiting for revolution, I have to salute them because they sacrificed everything and they're just waiting for the time, because we're in Revelations right now. And it's just a matter of time. That's why the guy was saying you need to get through them gates. Once you get through them gates and, and number 10 Downing Street, it's over. It's over. You know what I mean? But obviously they got big look, even the policeman that is by the gates, that's a soft policeman, right? It's carrying big gun and all of that. That ain't even the real policeman. That's just for the tourists. You see what I'm saying? The real people are inside the house. You see what I'm saying? The policeman that's just by the gate, he's just a tourist policeman. He's just there for the show. You know what I mean? They got real killers inside that building. You see what we're saying? But the problem that we have is that the white people, like, let's go back to what Keith was saying about Rastafari and all these kind of business. The white people, they kind of, let's be real, they acknowledge us. They kind of be real to a certain extent. They they um they love our energy, they love our style, they love how we freedom fight because it's different. We come with more flavor, we come with more passion in what we do. You know what I mean? Like the same like Bob Marley, the same like Peter Tosh, same like all these guys, you know, or Michael Jackson, Prince, all of that. Or even what's his name? The rock star, or what's his name? That used to live here in UK and died because of drugs. Jimi Hendrix. You see what we're saying? Like we've got all that flavor and that. But when it comes to us together, it's like we don't want to unite. It's always a problem. It's always like it's a bit it's confusing. You see what we're saying? It's like we can't do it for some reason. Like our struggle is the biggest struggle. We're all going through it together. But then it's like when it comes to black people uniting, it's like we're magnets and we don't attract. We repel each other. It's like everybody wants to be Christ. Everybody wants to be the superhero. No one can work it out, etc., etc. Like for example, today, I Priest Someone L went out there again. I was with the white people doing the freedom fighting, and they're embracing, man. They're loving it. They're taking photos. They're even patronizing, man. You get me? Giving man money and all them kind of business there. You see what we're saying? And like they absolutely love it. They really appreciate High Priest Someone L coming through, supporting their cause in terms of camping outside number 10 Downing Street, ready for revolution. You know what I mean? We play a couple of tunes, play the freedom songs, the revolution songs, etc., etc. Now, when we get to Parliament Square, we see some Ethiopians, Tigray Ethiopians, protesting by Parliament Square, by houses of Parliament, etc., etc. And they were organized. Yeah, we're gonna play you a soundbite in a minute. They were organized. You follow that. Like they come with their flags. They want justice. They want equality. They want human rights, because right now in their region in Ethiopia, there's a genocide that's going on against the Tigray tribe by the Eritreans, by the Ethiopians. Like a lot of stuff is happening. Yeah, that's not being reported on the news, and they're obviously trying to make a difference. They're doing more than what we're doing as Black people or even Sudanese people. They're out there in Parliament Square. But it's like when High Priest someone else saw the effort, what they were doing, naturally, High Priest someone else wants to assist, wants to join them because he is of the Son of Man. You follow that. High Priest someone else, the Son of Man. The same like all the chosen ones, we are the Son of Man. You follow that. So it's our duty to serve man. You follow that. Yeah. The same like Yahshua Yamashiach, serve man. But the problem was, as soon as High Priest someone approached them with the big speaker, you can imagine with the big speaker and the microphone, they're already getting skeptical, thinking like High Priest someone else about to hijack their thing or not or whatever. And then I told them, listen, I'm on your side. I'm about the genocide. I'm about the freedom fighting. I'm about the refugees, etc., etc. So then they put their guard down a little bit, and then accepted High Priest someone else. Then they wanted High Priest someone else to be reading some stuff, yeah, for like their chanting and that. And High Priest someone else did a little bit of it, and then it got to the point that they wanted to start using High Priest someone else's microphone and speaker. You know what I mean? Because it made a difference. The energy, High Priest someone else amped them up. They got the energy, etc., etc. Now, when it was time for High Priest someone else to do the freedom song, they're getting all angry at High Priest someone else. Like, why are you playing the freedom song? Like, what are you doing trying to hijack our protests? And High Priest someone else like, bro, we're fighting the same thing. Yeah? The more, the merrier. We become unstoppable. You get me? And as a matter of fact, I had to even cut from them. I had to move away from them because they came with the animosity towards High Priest someone else. And it's like, this is why we're in the position we're in. Because Black people, no matter where we're from, if we're African, if we're Caribbean, Nigerian, Sudanese, Ethiopian, South African, we cannot get along because of this mindset, or this post-colonial mindset. And as a result, High Priest someone else will rather be working with the white freedom fighters because at least they know what they're doing and they got a purpose, because they want to get rid of their government in the UK because of the evil and wickedness, and they're more organized. You get me? With Black people, you're trying to do something, and then it's like your own Black people will turn against you, and you're trying to do something that's righteous. Doesn't make sense. You see what we're saying? But anyway, the time is 21:58. Time's up. Yeah, I hope you had a good night. We're gonna play what happened today before the news and views. But anyway, take care, family. Have a good night and peace. Let's go, Metal Science. So this is what happened today. There is no. So yeah, so that's what happened, and then this is what High Priest someone else did as well. Let's see if we got it. Yeah, we got 10 seconds. Let's put it on.
Out of Kulama. No, Eritrean horror armies out of Western Tigray. No, Eritrean Amaha forces out of Raina Tigray. No, do not stop. Amiga Radio, 104.1 FM. News and views around your community.
This is the Amigo